Good morning, everyone. Well, it is if you're a duck. There are waves of heavy rain pushing across the western half of the Maritime provinces. This is a precipitation wrapping around a stalled system. It's a mid-latitude cyclone. I posted this water vapor satellite image on Facebook yesterday, got a lot of reaction. I thought I'd share it with you. The brown line is a dry slot. It's a dry slot wrapping around the central core of this mid-latitude cyclone, or an extratropical cyclone. Most storms like this are responsible for our big winter snowfalls here in Atlantic Canada. This one is just far enough off the coast to bring us wind and warmer temperatures. So it's a mid-latitude cyclone that's coming through with lots of wind and rain. Some very heavy rain down along the eastern seaboard. You're more used to seeing the satellite image look like this. So where the dry slot was, there are fewer clouds, and where the moisture is heaviest, of course, the higher cloud content. Still that counterclockwise rotation, very tightly wound core, and the low pressure system is just wobbling. At times it pushes up towards the southwest corner of Nova Scotia, then it drops down towards the south and southwest because of a blocking pattern, a wall of systems off to the east. So we're going to add the contour lines. You can see how well defined this system is, and the wind particles showing that counterclockwise circulation. So there's a little bit of warm air funneling into the system, and then that north to northeasterly circulation off the top, not a very comfortable wind direction. So again, this area of low will wobble towards the east-northeast, then drop down towards the southwest. Let's pull away the cloud cover and have a look at the precipitation. You'll notice it's a lot drier over the eastern stretches, a little farther away from the core of that very slow-moving low-pressure system. So the rain waves are backing in across central and western regions of Nova Scotia and the western third of New Brunswick. There was quite a bit of wet snow there yesterday. That snow is pushing into the state of Maine, transitioning at times over to rain showers. So the temperature profile brings our temperatures very near the freezing mark for most of us. This will continue to rotate in this fashion through the evening and overnight, and tomorrow the low is going to drop far enough off our coastline to pull the precipitation away with it, thankfully. And eventually for the weekend, we're going to see a change in the wind direction. So there you have it. Could be some thunderstorms embedded through the southwest corner of New Brunswick. Some waves of heavy rain, certainly. Much drier across PEI. Drier in terms of rainfall, but the humidity is still very high. There's lots of fog, and there's some drizzle from that low cloud. There's lots of wind everywhere. Very strong gust on Sable Island, gusting close to 80 kilometers per hour. The wind is generally from the east. It will take a little more of a northeasterly turn as that low pulls away from the coastline tonight and through the day tomorrow, gusting to 60 kilometers per hour in Halifax. For you in Newfoundland, the wind is east to northeasterly, a gust to 30 in Labrador City, gusting to 41 for you in St. John's, and a north wind dropped off in the last 45 minutes or so in St. Anthony. Now, a lot of people are talking about how icy this wind is and why can't we warm things up a little bit. Well, wind direction is key, and I'll talk about the sea surface temperatures in just a moment, but I want to point out a couple of wind warnings that are in place. A wreck house wind warning for the remainder of the morning into the afternoon hours, southeast winds gusting to 100, and a sweat wind warning, gusts up to 130 kilometers per hour through much of the day. So wind direction, as I mentioned, is crucial because we're surrounded by some very cold water. If the wind is coming in off the water, your air temperature is going to struggle to be above the sea surface temperatures. So that's why yesterday in St. John's it was 3 degrees, but it was 11 and 12 degrees along the west coast because the wind was from the east and southeast, not traveling across that icy water. 2 degrees off Halifax and 3 degrees in the mouth of the Bay of Fundy. We're surrounded by cold water, so it's a struggle without sunshine and with a wind. Here's a look at your timeline. We're going to take it through. There's that rotation, that strong, powerful mid-latitude cyclone as we move forward to tomorrow morning. It does begin to come in a little closer. The bands of rain back in to the eastern corner of Nova Scotia. This is tomorrow morning. There are a few showers across PEI and Cape Breton. Still pretty quiet for you in Newfoundland. A little bit of onshore snow along the east coast of the northern peninsula. And then through the day tomorrow, finally, that low pressure system pulls away. It takes the rain with it. Pressure gradient still showing an east to northeasterly circulation Saturday morning, 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. We're not going to see those gusts to 50 or 60. Quite fair through central and northern New Brunswick on Saturday. Again, farther away from the center of that low pressure system with the energy and the moisture. We'll pull back a little bit to show you that by Saturday evening, things are really improving for us. And in fact, Sunday is going to be a lovely day. Plan for it. Lots of sunshine, not nearly as much wind. So improving tomorrow. Scattered morning showers that will give way to a mostly cloudy day. The fog will linger in some places, and that northeast wind will still be with us, gusting 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. A fair weekend ahead. Sunny periods developing on Saturday. It's going to be a little bit of a slow process, but by Sunday it looks fantastic. A mix of sun and cloud and a light wind. And then Monday, we have more mixed weather coming through, a little bit of wet snow that will change over to rain. But it's a fast-moving system with only a couple centimeters of snow coming in. In the meantime, stay dry, hang on to your hat. It's breezy out there. I'll see you back here this afternoon for a weather update.